Hi everyone, welcome back to Brain Dump. My name is Kai, and this is a show where I talk about pretty much whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Just want to preface, per usual, that I'm not a mental health professional. I'm just a 21-year-old that's struggled with mental health pretty much my whole life, and I'm just here to share my personal experiences with these topics. So, I just recorded this episode actually, and I'm so pissed off right now because it wasn't connected to my microphone. So I've been having some technical difficulties, and it's just not the greatest feeling, but it's okay. Life goes on. We're doing it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So today I want to talk about reciprocation of love and how I feel like every time that I'm interested in someone, they never feel the way that I feel. And, you know, I know that I haven't found my person yet. I'm 21 years old. I have so much time, but it just feels like when I'm interested in someone and I really like them, it's never reciprocated. Like, they never feel the same way. And I'm, as much as I don't hate to say it, like, it's not a bad thing. It's just a little cheesy. I'm a hopeless romantic, and I like to write love letters and bring flowers and bring gifts and do the little special things to make them feel special, and that has never been reciprocated. And I know I shouldn't put expectations on other people. That's something I'm working on because I do tend to do that a lot, but if I'm being honest, it would be nice if someone would gush over me the way that I gush over them. And that just goes back to feeling like I'm unlovable. I don't remember when. I definitely made an episode about feeling unlovable. It's probably one of my first episodes, honestly. So almost 2 years ago, which is crazy. We're going on 2 years of making this podcast. Wild. Um, it's just feeling lovable is not really something I have a lot of confidence in, which I'm working on, but I still struggle with that a lot, and I still feel that way like 85% of the time, like that I'm not worthy of love. And I've I've only fallen in love once, truly fallen in love. And that heartbreak, ooh, what a time. Not a great heartbreak. I mean, no heartbreak is good, but that was a really rough time in my life, actually. You want to know something really funny? I got broken up with the day after I started this podcast. So, that I think my whole healing process included this podcast and talking through my emotions. And this podcast has genuinely helped me so much with talking through my problems and getting through that breakup. Like, I don't know what I would have done during that time after if I didn't have this podcast. So I thank you for listening if you are here from the beginning. I fell in love with this girl, and obviously no relationship is perfect. I made choices in that relationship that I'm not proud of, and looking back on it, I look at my behavior as stupid, irresponsible. Just, why the fuck did you do that, you know? And I fell in love with this girl. I really did. And I've had relationships before where I've said I love you and I wasn't in love with the person, which, that's not the greatest thing to do. But in the moment, I thought that I was in love. And a lot of the time, it takes time to see that you weren't truly in love. And I think that during this relationship, I knew that I was in love. And afterwards, during the heartbreak, was when I really figured out this is the first time that I've ever been in love. Like, nothing has hurt the way that this hurts. And at the end of that relationship, and I wish this person the best, truly. Like, I hold no hard feelings against them because I made some mistakes during that relationship that I wish I could take back, but we can't. I can't do that, and I learned so much from that heartbreak, and I'm very thankful for that person for that. But they never loved me. This person never loved me. And hearing that hurt really bad. Like, honestly, hearing that fact that they never loved me hurt more than the actual breakup did. And it just, I use that as proof that I am unlovable. And sometimes I still go back to it in my mind as, oh, this person didn't love you and you were doing all that you could to make them feel special and love them and do everything that I thought was right in the moment. And I know, looking back on it, that a lot of my actions were selfish and a lot of my actions were not the best decisions, and I can acknowledge that now, but there's nothing I can do to change how I acted in that relationship. And there's a lot of things I wish I could take back from that time in my life, but I don't have a time machine. Do you? I don't think you do. So nothing we can do about it. Let's move on from that. And yeah, for a while, after that breakup, I just kind of accepted that I was unlovable because I thought that I did everything I could to make this person feel loved, but I have since realized that the right person, it won't matter what you do to show your love in whatever form that looks like for you. They will love you back if they're the right person. And this wasn't the right person for me, and that's okay. And coming to accept that was really hard, but I think that it has helped me see that I am lovable, and I know that I am deep down, but sometimes I just question it, and I become unsure about that fact that I'm lovable, and I'm a person that's worthy of love. We're all worthy of love. Like, I think that's something that we all crave so deeply. I crave it so deeply, just love from another person, because I've come to a point where I really love myself, and there's little things that I don't really like about myself that I'm working on, but I love myself. And to quote my favorite movie of all time, Perks of Being a Wallflower, we accept the love that we think we deserve. And for a while, I thought that I deserved being treated like shit. And I've gotten into situationships since this breakup that I was not being treated the way that I deserve, and treated like I wasn't relationship material. And again, I go back to, it has to be the right person. And something that goes with that is, a lot of the time I feel like I always say the wrong thing. And in the past with people, I have felt like stupid for just opening my mouth and just saying what's on my mind. And sometimes I say stupid shit, and we all do. And there's things that I wish I could take back that's like, wow, why did you say that? That was really dumb. But with the right person, I won't feel stupid for simply opening my mouth or just saying anything, because I've had a situation in the past year at some point that I felt just dumb around this person, that every time I opened my mouth, it was like judgment. And I'm sure this person didn't mean to. I say that because I like to see the good in everyone, and I'm 99% sure that this person didn't mean to make me feel judged or anything, and it's probably a lot of it's in my head. But with this person, I felt like I was always saying things that ruined the dynamic until it was over, and I felt like I just ruined that situationship with all the things that I said. And sometimes I just wish I could shut the fuck up, like sometimes I don't think about what I'm saying in the moment, and sometimes I feel like I have zero social cues, and it's not fun, because I don't want to be that person that's like, so like, other people are going to be like, oh, why the fuck did you say that? That's like not the right thing to say. But I know that with the right person and with the right people in my life, I'm not going to feel small or dumb for opening my mouth. Love is great and amazing, and I love love. That's just something I've always loved. I feel like we all love love. Maybe you don't, but I think we do. And it's great, but it can bring so much pain when it's not reciprocated. And I've been having to ask myself questions like, is what I'm holding on to even holding on to me back? And a lot of the time, it's like, whoa. You have to be honest with yourself when answering that question. If the answer is no, let it go. And that's a lot easier said than done. But there comes a point where you have to realize that you're not getting the love that you deserve. And if you deserve better, walk away. Walk away. And that's hard. That's really fucking hard. And a lot of the time we feel like we can't walk away. But you can. You deserve love, and you deserve the love that you give other people. And if that person can't see that, they're not the right one for you. And I just feel like it's never reciprocated. And I'm excited for the day that it is, because I've come to a point where I really do love myself, like I said like 3 minutes ago. During that relationship where I fell in love with this girl, I think that it took so much out of me because I didn't love myself, and it wasn't healthy. But I did fall in love with her, and it ended, which is alright, but I know that they never loved me from the beginning, and it's painful, you know? And I just wish that eventually my love will be reciprocated, and I know it will eventually. Gotta find my person, but for now, it just kind of sucks. But we live and we learn, you know? So, yeah. That's about all I have to say about that. Books of the week, I finished The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. Wow. Verbal abuse is so complex. And, you know, physical abuse, I don't think it's right to compare different types of abuse, but it's just as bad. Like, abuse is bad, all in all. It's bad. But verbal abuse, people don't take it seriously because there's no physical proof that there's been abuse and that there's been damage done. But wow, this book just, a lot of it validated things for me, because a lot of the manipulation tactics that her mother used and Jody used, it reminded me a lot of my dad. And yeah, it was a really good book, so I'd recommend it if you haven't read that. I just started reading Mansfield Park by Jane Austen today. You know, I said at the beginning of the year that I wanted to read more classic literature, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Also, do you remember how I said I got a Walkman, right? Last week? Yeah. It was delivered on March 8th. It's currently March 16th. And the tapes started to sound like wonky, like the keys would change and it sounds like underwater. And so I made an appointment with Best Buy because I called them the other day and I was like, do you guys do repairs on Walkmans? And they were like, yeah. And then I brought it in today for my appointment and they were like, oh, we actually don't do repairs on things this old. And I'm like, great, okay. So I contacted the people that I bought it from because they sell just refurbished old Walkmans, Polaroid cameras, VHS players, like all the, you know, old forms of media. And they do repairs, so I'm hoping that since it's only been a week that I'll hopefully be able to get a free repair or free replacement or something like that, because, dude, I love my Walkman. And right now I can't listen to it, and it's tragic. It's tragic. So, yeah. Okay, songs of the week, Just Like Heaven by The Cure and I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss. Only 2 because I made the last episode like 4 days ago. So, yeah. I appreciate you listening and watching. You're the best, truly. Remember that you're loved and appreciated in this world, and acknowledge when it's time to walk away because you're not getting the love that you deserve. So, yeah. Okay. I love you. Bye.